It is October 30th, 2025. A flurry of artillery lights up the dawn sky over Pokrovsk, a city on the brink. In a makeshift command bunker, Ukrainian defenders count casualties. Nearby, Russian infantry advance through the dawn mist, their numbers overwhelming. The spokesperson for the Khortytsia operational group warns, "There are Russians in Pokrovsk. We are destroying them gradually because we must preserve our personnel." A logistics hub, a supply nexus. And now, the front line stands at its doorstep. Pokrovsk sits in western Donetsk Oblast, a city once home to 60,000 people, now threatened by one of the war's fiercest campaigns. Russian forces are massing. President Volodymyr Zelensky recently reported 170,000 troops deployed in the Donetsk region, aimed at Pokrovsk. For Ukraine, the stakes are high. If supply lines through Pokrovsk collapse, entire eastern defense sectors could unravel. Captain Mykola, call sign Scala, leads a platoon defending the southern outskirts of Pokrovsk. He and his men scramble to install anti-drone nets over a supply road near Dobropilya. On the Russian side, Colonel Ivan commands a combined arms regiment pushing through the village of Shevchenko-Pershi, just 3 kilometers from the city limits. In July 2024, Russian units broke through near Prores and Ivanivka, pushing the front line ever closer to Pokrovsk. Small reconnaissance and sabotage teams infiltrated villages like Mirolyubivka and Malinivka, cutting roads and isolating defensive pockets. Throughout early 2025, Russian troops shifted from direct assault to severing the Highway 32 route, aiming to choke off Ukrainian logistics. Ukrainian defenders reported 132 combat engagements in one 24-hour period in the Pokrovsk sector. By mid-2025, Russian units had infiltrated Pokrovsk itself. Ukraine launched counter-clearances, drone strikes, search and destroy missions, and elite unit deployments. Ukrainian paratroopers claim to have cleared parts of the city by August, yet more than 250 Russian troops remain active inside. The 7th Rapid Reaction Corps, part of Ukraine's air assault forces, monitors the salient, sending mapped drone footage back to Kiev. On the Russian side, military bloggers publish claimed advances of 70,000 or more troops in the sector, but independent analysts warn of massive casualties. Ukrainian Defense Command states, "We have deployed additional ammunition and non-standard decisions are required." In one of those non-standard moves, Ukraine reportedly deployed a helicopter carrying special operations forces behind enemy lines, aiming to disrupt Russian logistics routes south of Pokrovsk. The operation was high risk. Communication with the aircraft was lost shortly after insertion. Analysts now believe the team was either captured or forced to scatter. Behind enemy lines, a medical evacuation is nearly impossible. Even if survivors remain, rescue would mean flying through heavy air defense fire with almost no chance of success. It is the kind of mission that rarely returns. In December 2024, Russian forces closed to within 3 kilometers of Pokrovsk's southern limits, capturing key villages and forcing Ukrainian miners to suspend operations at the nearby coal mine. In mid-August 2025, Ukrainian forces claimed to have eliminated 910 Russian soldiers and captured 37 between the 4th and 16th of August during their clearing of the southern front. The city remains under threat, civilians evacuated, infrastructure crumbling, and Ukraine's defensive question marks growing. Every road today around Pokrovsk bears the scars of shelling or drone strikes. The supply trucks still snake through forests and anti-drone nets hang overhead. Many observers say this is not a battle for a single city. It is a battle for the last major logistics hub in western Donetsk. Captain Mykola says, "We may hold the line, but we are outnumbered and out-infantried. Colonel Ivan's order is short. Advance. Encircle. Cut the city off before they reroute." The situation is turning against Ukraine. Analysts and Western intelligence officials warn that Pokrovsk is becoming nearly indefensible. The city lies in a geographic bowl surrounded by higher ground, which gives Russian artillery an almost complete line of fire over the approaches. Russian troops have also adapted to Ukraine's drone tactics, deploying electronic warfare vehicles that jam signals and disable much of Ukraine's aerial reconnaissance. Fuel shortages and damaged roads have slowed Ukrainian resupply, while new Russian rotations continue to pour in from the east. Some Ukrainian brigades have been on the line for over 6 months without rotation or rest, running low on both manpower and morale. Russia, on the other hand, can afford losses that Ukraine cannot. Its strategy is simple and brutal. Grind the defenders down, meter by meter, until the position collapses under exhaustion, not just firepower. The fall of Pokrovsk would not only open the road to Dnipro, but also deal a psychological blow to Kiev's efforts to stabilize the entire Donetsk front. Somewhere under the smoke of Pokrovsk, a Russian reconnaissance team slips in, and another Ukrainian truck heads out with supplies. If Pokrovsk falls, the front reshapes. If Pokrovsk holds, Ukraine buys time. Either way, the battle for this city is far from over.